Why My Hero Academia gave me an athletic excuse, a way for a living, and a way of life. Let me go into detail. First off, I used to have a gym membership. I used to work out like Bakugo. I used to always incorporate, My Hero Academia into my dance moves. Now, what you don't know about me and the secret that I keep on the channel is I didn't, make it during the Naruto generation, and that's exactly my generation, Generation X, Generation Z, whatever generation you want to call it. What happened was, in the early 2000s of ever since, Usher came out, with cell phones, smartphones, and community college, I failed in my generation. When Naruto Shippuden, came out with manga and all of that, literally was when I was low tier in a rap league that was about rapping about anime. When it came to the final fight between Naruto and Sasuke, the second one, when they're grown up and they're on the tower in the final valley, after the 4th grade ninja war happened, is exactly when I was still low tier, where I did, have something for myself, like a job, and I would, make excuses to stop me from getting, big critical things like a car. So this is me and big to my Pokemon here. I did bounce back in my early 20s, but that's only because of My Hero Academia. Now, this video literally is me saying that I didn't make it during the Naruto times, that when, Naruto Shippuden, was already out, the exact, thing that I worked hard for, my entire life had faded, so, I just accepted it, and what ended up happening was I gained a new, physical, spiritual and family-oriented relationship with My Hero Academia, especially because Deku has green eyes and literally he shares a soul with me every episode. And what ends up happening, to me was this happened the original time of the sports festival when I had a 1-year-old that I was trying to take care of, and I was trying to adapt to a rap league. And what ended up happening is Wi-Fi came out in my house, and I started watching, the second sports festival with the most amazing opening of all time, especially with Bakugo dubbed. I downloaded every dubbed episode of season 2 of MHA, and then I ended up watching it high, and it became, the new sensation. Right then and there, I knew it was a new Naruto. Back when I used to think about my friend Peter, Andre Stallings, that I used to go to San Francisco with all the time in Japantown. So what happened, because My Hero Academia is based off something athletic, is it got me more intertwined, and it got me way to the times. Now let me repeat, the arrow had their chance. Now it's my turn with My Hero Academia. What happened, because it was the newest hot topic, we ended up, getting things like people respecting me like Deku on the streets because I train hard like Deku, and I'm still currently practicing my shoot style when dancing. So what happened was My Hero Academia was on the rise, and they were selling hats at like places like Hot Topic. It was really getting up there. It was at the time where I was networking with rappers in my local area, saying, hey, I made this Yu-Gi-Oh, anime music video for your song, and, the rappers started loving it, and, I gained a reputation over time, and, ARL got a bad reputation for not, respecting my style, because they claimed, it was wacky because I knew how to dance, and I applied a dancing style to my flow, and they hit me with lessons like, oh, actually hold the note, we take breaths, literally, we make sure we have, 4 beats within it, because they took no risk, and because they had actual radio critique, was why I couldn't get away with like a whirlwind flow. Literally, it had to be a flow that I memorized that had to include up and down. So I don't know what my relationship with mainstream media is, because I got all, the anime gold. The more I started battling, the more, I kept up with anime, the more I saw green-eyed anime characters. I even had a girl named Candy Onesan, and then all of a sudden an anime came out about a candy store named Dagashi Kashi. So because anime was becoming more accepted, more socially accepted, is why I had a better chance with My Hero Academia, due to, it going with popular music, music made by anime artists like Lil Pump, etc. All the way to a point where I recognized literally that this show can take me anywhere. So what ends up happening, officially is I end up, living through My Hero Academia, and it gave me no other experience in any anime. Mostly because I got away with, grabbing, some of the characters, from My Hero, that are still close friends. Zoe, there's obviously, a baby mama that cosplayed as Uraraka. Another layer with Deku. There's a strategy of, the UA tournament, just the Black Cookie of Tokonami. So it was all over when I went to my first convention at, Fanmade 2018, and I got to gain the greatest reputation, not for what I did, with ladies, but what I did, to acquire nudity, knowing that I'm an original anime fan. And what ended up happening was, I ended up, living through everything. I had a happy chain from, Fairy Tail. I had multiple anime tees, the graphic and design, and I got to wear everything. I got to, live up to my rap profile. I got to, please everybody. I have a character named Bella in my manga that's called Nans that I've been saving up for a whole while. If you don't know the difference between shit like One Punch Man, Dog, and the Franks, those are all concept anime to keep you content. And what ends up happening, is Better slash Kuramaru versus Neji is the original formula. So, I got to put on the original, story card, I can call you Billy at convention. And what ended up happening over time was, not only was that my greatest event, that was when My Hero Academia season 3 was coming out, and that's when I adapted to the ugly thing, in rap. Literally, when I had my first job at a pizza place, literally when my grandma said that was my favorite food, I finally got a job. And then the history of My Hero Academia continued. And then I looked at the opportunity next year with Fanmade 2019. I'm like, dude, because I'm so multi-dimensional, all I have to do is wear a Shota Todoroki rig and let me know literally my place in life and how old I am, because all the niggas in the air row, and everybody else could, come up with the idea because of a non-intellectual property. And what ended up happening is I wore a wig, literally I went on the dance floor and I saved myself, from the bad previous reputation. And then I thought I was going to jail, but then the people at Fanmade said that they were teasing. And I was training for an event, and then I walked right past the police, and they said hi, and gratified the whole story. And then a couple of years came past, the My Hero Academia, movie wasn't exactly out yet, but I got away with, grabbing this Himiko Toga cosplayer. And when I got to, keep up with every season of My Hero, I get the feeler in the ending, like it's a resort, because everything was all good, and I've been, clean for a couple of years, and literally, I grew up in My Hero Academia. This anime literally helped me become a man, because what Naruto doesn't do is it does, teach you how to socialize, and My Hero Academia gave me an athletic result, and I ended up working as Bakugo, working out Zeku, and always remembered what I did with Todoroki. And it's the exact same reason why Arrow couldn't go outside, is why they lost, in Juro, and I got, the actual, respect in real life. Now that is my relationship with My Hero Academia.